welcome to a process video here at the Paper Addict. This is a photo of my nephew's 5th birthday that I'm doing for my sister-in-law. And I'm starting out here with one of my new favorite things is when I don't have enough of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to do a whole backing sheet. I just cut some strips and stick them down to a color of cardstock that I don't think I would use or that I've had in my stash forever. So I'm starting out with these green strips from Doodlebug. Everything paper-wise I use here is from Doodlebug. And I used those green strips to match the green in my nephew's photo. So I think that I'm going to do a star out of this birthday paper, but then I realized that the text, if I turn the star at all, then the text would look funny. So I switched to just this blue and blue check. And while that's cutting, I start working on my photo. So the video I'm doing today is for a hop with a bunch of friends from the Facebook group Craft Bunker of Ignorance. It's run by Arit and Tanya. And I'm so happy they put this hop together. It's not just YouTube. There will be some people who do blog posts, some on Instagram. So make sure you look for the participant list in the description below. Also, check out the Facebook group. There are share threads and questions and all kinds of fun stuff, and everyone getting to know each other since it's still a relatively small group, which I really appreciate because then everything doesn't just get lost in the hustle and bustle of so many members. So now I'm starting to back my photo with some of the different papers. And of course my ATG runs out of tape. So since I had my Sookwang tape on my desk, I just grabbed that until I get up to get more paper and my refills are stored in a different, in a location near my paper. So this layout, the video is about 11 minutes long. And in total, the layout only took me about 40 minutes. I did cut out some of the stuff like me gluing down the star. But other than that, it really came together pretty quickly once I decided the color scheme for this photo. If you can see, the wall behind my nephew is green. The Ninja Turtle balloon is mostly green. And he has green in his shirt. So it took me quite a while to decide what color scheme I was going to go with. And you'll see I bring that green paper in several times, but it just, any green I used right up against the photo was too much. So I put the green on the outside just so there was a tiny bit to tie it together. But that way it wasn't close up to the photo to see that they weren't all really the same colors. So I have some orange there since that matched the color of the turtle's like armor. And it also just looked good with the green wall. And then this darker blue just really seemed to make the photo pop, and that's why I ended up using that. So I think this is all the layers of my photo, and then I start gluing down the points of that star, which, like I said, I cut out so you didn't have to watch it because it kept floating all around. And now I'm going to start trying to tuck in. I really wanted to bring in a pop of red because I knew I had some red embellishments that I could use, but it just never looked right where I put it. So I abandoned that idea and I pulled out all different kinds of embellishments that I thought may match. The stars here, these chipboard stars and hearts, are from Bella Boulevard, and I just have them in a container next to my desk. And then the uh, shaped journaling pieces, I'm sure they have a proper name that's escaping me at the moment, are all from an older Doodlebug collection. The stars, the sticker stars that you'll see me bring in are also Bella Boulevard, and I will bring in a green label sticker in a little bit that is also from Bella Boulevard Max collection. I did finish up the paper portion of that collection, but I still had some stickers left that were pretty neutral, you know, labels or date stickers. So I kept those to try to sprinkle on layouts and not let them go to waste. So I thought these candles would look, you know, appropriate for a birthday party, but the colors and the shape, even though I cut off the rounded corners, just didn't look right. So they won't make it onto the layout in the end. And I decided to leave that journaling square there. I liked that to give my sister-in-law a little space to write something about either the party or him at this age. And I thought about putting it down in that empty place towards the bottom left, but that is where I'm going to eventually put my title. And here I am going through, you know, the stickers that I have, and I believe this is where I settle on that green label to the right-hand side to fill in some of that white space. And then I go back to the tab that I think it said surprise that I tried to put in earlier, and I put it on the left instead of the right to space it apart from that other label so they're not creating an L. And here are some tiny word stickers that I had left from the Max collection that I want to tuck into the corner of that star that I'm going to put in the lower right. But since they were white, they were fading into the white background paper. So I used some Tim Holtz Distress ink. I believe it was Faded Jeans, just to give the outside some definition. And then they didn't sink into the white background as much. So that's going to be the cluster in the right-hand corner. I will use some liquid adhesive to put that chipboard onto the page. It's my best glue ever because I find that chipboard doesn't stay even though it has, you know, this sticky backing. And I am going to put some enamel dots in that section as well. They are just from my stash. What I do is I cut my enamel dots apart and store them by color, so I don't particularly know what brand or collection that may have been from. Here are some fun foam pieces that I keep on my desk when I have a tiny bit left from a full sheet, and I'm just trying to use them up rather than cutting up a new full sheet of foam so that the journaling is popped up. Now I'm going to start sprinkling in some of these stars. I do use both the black and the blue. I wanted the black because my nephew's shirt, the primary color is black, and I thought then that would at least tie him into some of the embellishments. On these star sheets, there are open stars and solid ones, and I always seem to struggle to use the open stars. No matter where I stick them, to me, they always just look wrong. So I'll probably still have those left at the end of my sticker sheet when everything else is done. So now I'm going to pull out my thickers binders, and you'll see I don't make you watch the whole thing. I start with a pile there of colors that I think may match, and I knew I wanted to have one black and one green, again to tie in that little bit of black. I end up titling this Fab 5 because the last layout I did for him, I did Fantastic Four. So I try to give it a cute title each time. And the corrugated green stickers were too dark, and the thin Studio Calico ones were too light. but these glitter green thickers were perfect. And I always hesitate to put glitter on a boy layout, but I thought since it was just this little title and it was a green color, it wasn't like they were pink, that was okay. And now I'm going to bring in some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the green that matches the green in the paper collection. It was Citron, and also then I used some black, again, to bring in the black from his shirt. Make sure to shake them well or you do end up with those oil spots. So that's it for my layout, guys. You're going to see some up close and some still photos coming up. I thank you for watching. Please be sure to check out the other people that are part of the hop. We are going to try to do this more often. This won't be a one-time thing. I'd love it if you would hit like and subscribe and come over and check out the Facebook group. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions of how I did something you'd like to see more of, or a challenge to give me, I'd love to hear it. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.